It's better. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, the Capsaicin Connection. My man Bizzle. How you doing, bro? Silver Surfer. Hello, Barbara. Brock, hello. Thank you for being here. Just Joan. Johnvin, good to see you. Uh, Silver Surfer, I said that all right. Spicy Jen, how awesome. Chili Phil. Dylan, I might be wrong. All right. Well, thank you all for being here, you guys. This is the Capsaicin Connection. We'll certainly entertain some pepper questions towards the end, but this is where we gather. We're talking. There's a correlation between capsaicin and sobriety. We're going to talk about that. This is where we gather to find support. Angie Mo, thank you for being here. Herja, CK Ninja, Windmill Willie, Love Mama Bear, Smoking Uncle Frank, Mark Hardman. It's my bizzle. I'm good. I hope you are too, bro. Appreciate you guys being here. Caddyshack. All right. Lilac Lime, Amy. Good to see you all. Kristen Melinda. Hit the like button. More people will see this. And this is one of those streams that helps people, I think. So we're going to talk about my story a little bit. It appears that I have my act together. It does appear that I do, but don't, That's what we're going to talk about today. So are you on the right path? Am I on the right path? I don't know. I have no idea. Noah Wright, good to see you. You can email me. There you go, Silver Surfer, jc@gmail.com. Cliffan, good to see you. All right. So before I get into my story, let's talk a little housekeeping. Tomorrow morning, we're going to do a live review of this. This is a sauce, Rumble, from Razorberry Hot Sauce. My friend Jeff McGinnis. This is a real cool sauce. The flavor profiles are incredible. Plums, blood oranges, Carolina Reapers. It sounds like a great sauce. This will be a live review we'll do tomorrow. All right, Bizzle. Make sure I don't miss any questions. All right. Gotcha. All right. Anyway, that's going to happen in the morning at noon. We're going to have a bus pass only live stream. So you don't want to miss that. We had a good one today. And tomorrow night we have another Capsaicin Connection. And this is your Maine Coon kitty in a basket. She's a sleeper. She's growing. That's what's happening right now. Stevie Ray, good to see you. Lisa Trimble, good to see you. You are Brian, good to see you. Can you be part of the panel? You're here. This is how this is. You're part of it. And thank you for being here. Robin Bliss. All right. So, are you on the right path? Do you ever even know that sometimes you're not on the right path and you don't even know it. Let's try that. I'm trying to be. I'm sober today. 15 years from the bad drugs. Closing in on 6 years from alcohol. It started, just to kind of give you an idea. Hi, Chili Chaplin. Hi, Barbara. It started when I was young. And I was actually I graduated high school. I never did any drugs in high school at all. I drank, and that was it. But then I got to college. And when I got to college, I did everything. I mean, I really did everything. I lived at a time where if you had an adventurous, kind of ridiculous personality like I did, you might be able to get through it. If I was trying to navigate life today with the attitude that I had when I was young, I never would survive because everything on the street's designed to kill you. It's true. It's crazy. So mine started with alcohol, and it's really I really pretty much abused all of it. And the problem with the way I'm gonna star everybody's comments. You have a comment that you'd like me to touch on, and I will put Q's in front of it if you could. Gifted bus passes are good for 1 month, just so you know. I'll get to your comment. I might be wrong. One of the problems I have, I think this is one of the problems that a lot of people have, is that, and before, you know what, do me a favor, everybody right now, we have like 50 people. If you have the ability to touch the screen, all right, right now, where are you emotionally? I want everybody to put where you are, 1 to 10. Like, you're feeling good. How good do you feel? A +5 means you're feeling pretty good. A -5 means you're having a bad day. I want to know where everybody is right now emotionally. Please do that if you have the ability to do it. Okay. It's kind of important. Nana, too. Good to see you. And then as soon as we do that, I'm going to get started. Silver Surfer's at a +10. All right. We got Noah Wrights at a 3. This is great. Bizzle's at a -8. You know how important it is we're doing this? I'm glad you're here, Bizzle. I'm praying for you, bro. Just Jones at a 5. Ninja's at a 6. Cliff Ann Ferguson's at a 5. Noah's at a 3. Lisa Trimble's at a 1. Kristen Lynn's at a 3. 5, Nana of 2. 7 for Brock Bandy. -1 for Mark Hardman. 4 for Brian. 0 for Jesse. 4 for Windmill Willie. 4 for Chaplin. 8 for I Might Be Wrong. 9 for Smoke Uncle Frank. 4 for Angie Mo. 7 for Barbara Aldrich. B. Hendricks, steady at an 8. A+ for Amy, 4 for Jane, 4 for Robin, 7 for Dale, 6 for Robert, 8 for Caddyshack, 8 for Chili Phil. I love that. All right. Thank you for your honesty, and Spicy Jen. We're gonna come back to that, all right, in a little bit. But thank you for doing that. All right. So one of the problems that I had, and I think it's a problem that a lot of people have, and I could be wrong. If maybe you can kind of say, yeah, me too. If I would use and abuse drugs and still manage to keep the boat, upright, I could function. Wasn't functioning well, you know what I mean? But I managed to get through. Laser Show wants me to say that Laser Show's here. Thanks for being here, Laser Show. So that was one of my problems. I was, here's the issue that I had. And here's the worst part about addiction. And this is the truth of it. It robs you. Things that make you feel good. It all be, it isn't even, do you understand that stopping a drug isn't even victory? It's sort of a victory. It's a good start. Tommy says it's base camp. If you can figure out why you use, that's victory. Honest to God, that's victory. Because there are people here that are in addiction, that have had addiction. One thing that we can all relate to is that when you're in an active addiction, you don't have a lot of connection. You just don't. Jeremy Fowler's at a -2. Bizzle's at a -8. There's some people here that are suffering. And the reason we're here is connection. I saw I wish I could have taken a screenshot of it. And the reason it jumped out at me was the year I was in high school, the year I graduated. I'm old. I graduated high school in 84. And this thing said that in 84, 75% of the kids that they polled said they spent 2 or 3 hours every single day with friends in person, playing and hanging out and doing things with friends. 3 or 4 hours a day, 75%. And today, like 7% spend less than an hour a day. There's no connection. And one of the reasons, you know what I mean? And don't kid yourself. If you factor in the addiction that America has with cell phones, right? Honestly, if you think about this just for a minute, if you look at sugar, sex, food, gambling, God, there's a million of them. It's just every drug there is. If you add them all up and you look at everybody in the country, the entire country, and then you add in cell phones, electronic addiction. The entire country is addicted to something. It's true. Windmill Will is closing on 2 months of sobriety. I've come to the realization that I don't have the willpower to ever do any substance in moderation. Keep wanting to escape reality with something, though. Wow, it's a heavy, that realization. Here's the thing. I get it. Been there. I can't do anything. I remember Tommy was talking about what if they had a pill you could take. One pill, you pop it, and it would cure all addictions like that. My thought is, well, what would happen if you took 3 of them? You know what I mean? So I get it. You know why? Look, one of the mottos I say for the channel, Bizzle says, I love you, surfer. You're definitely in my 5 now. And Bizzle says, just been having my lay down. I can't use my phone. I've missed this. If you're trying to use capsaicin to quit something, do you just eat a hot pepper every time you get an urge, or is it a slow over time thing that just help you boost your mood? Yes and yes. It's over time. If you can just keep levels of capsaicin high in your body, it's going to drive up your serotonin levels, which helps you a lot, right? However, just eating it on the general is going to help you with your mood, period. That said, I've been telling people since we started the Capsaicin Connection that if you have the ability to, once a week, buy a bag of jalapeno peppers. They don't have to be screaming hot peppers. They don't have to be ghost peppers. Buy a bag of jalapeno peppers. If let's say you're trying to quit cigarettes, you start getting the urge and you feel the need, get a jalapeno, cut it in half and eat it. Get outside. Look at something different. Smell a different air. You have something hot in your mouth that's burning. It's going to distract you. And what it's going to do is take you away. The cravings don't last forever. So it's kind of a yes and a yes. And there are people that have said when they get cravings, they eat something hot or they take some tincture, and it takes them away. I call it playing fetch with your brain, Ninja. Hi, Pickles. Good to see you, bud. Playing fetch with your brain. It doesn't matter how smart you are. Your brain is not your friend. You understand that, right? Your brain, you're not your brain. Thank God, right? Thank God for me anyway. I'm not my brain. So when you have, if you have an urge, your 5 senses, you take a stick and you throw it, the dog runs. Your 5 senses, you throw a stick, eat something. Right? Go outside and see something different, hear something different. That's occupying your brain. And the cravings won't last. I promise you. But it's worth showing on every capsaicin video we do. Eating spicy foods. All right. Whether so I would say the more spicy food you eat, the better you're going to be. But I'm an addict. Eating spicy food causes your brain to produce hormones like serotonin, which makes you feel better equipped to deal with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. There you go. So I think I think it's helped me. I can tell you that. Look at that. Alcohol and drugs are thieves of joy. Well, the funny thing is, Lisa, if you knew the time, 30 years, 3 decades, all right? And if you knew the money, insane amounts of money, to try to feel something. And now I'm sober, and I feel what I was looking for, that I don't pay for it. It's just ridiculous. Stevie Ray. See, it tells a lot of that people don't care about life. Scroll up about what happened to me. People don't care. Well, let's scroll back up here, Stevie. Let me see. I don't know if you've ever done a live stream, Stevie Ray, but comments fly by. You can't see all of them. I just had what's called a widowmaker. I died twice, and my Lord Jesus saved my life. I had 3 stents put on the left side of my heart. Wow, he saved your life. That is fantastic. He didn't make it nicer. I hope he works on that one next. People care. We just happen to miss your comment, Stevie Ray. Can I tell you something? I had a close call with death too. Let's see, when did it happen? How long ago? I don't know how long ago that happened, but when it happened to me, I didn't have a widowmaker. I just kind of died on my kitchen floor, and my brother saved me. When it happened to me, it didn't freak me out the next day, Stevie Ray. You know when it freaked me out? It took about I got your comment, Dale. If you have comments or questions, throw Q's in the front of it, capital Q's. It'll get my attention. Anyway, it affected me, Stevie Ray, about 3 or 4 days after, where it warped me out. I couldn't let go of it. I realized how close. I'm scrolling by a lot of good people's comments, trying to give him a break, and he's not. All right. Giving you a chance here, Stevie Ray. Anyway. God does live. And you know something? People here are nice. Maybe they were focused on what I would say. There's a huge chunk of people that don't watch that aren't even looking at comments, Stevie Ray. There are some people that watch, but don't ever, that they lurk and they don't ever comment, right? They just watch. You know what I mean? The people here do care. But I'm telling you, you got to lose the venom, bro, because that was venom. I'm calling it like I see it. All right. Don't let stuff slide by. You can't do that and not let me, expect me not to call you on it. All right. So everybody loves you here, but neck it in a little bit. There. You said you're sorry. And you know what? I accept that. And you know what? Everybody here does too. I mean it. So I'm so glad you lived. Can I tell you something? Did it freak you? Look, you didn't answer me, or if you did. When did it happen, Stevie Ray? Now that we're engaged in this, let's get some out of this. I want to talk to you. When did this happen to you? I'm not going to scroll back up. I'm going to look at it here. Because when it happened to me, I don't know what day it happened. It took the next day, I was fine. My head was fine. I wasn't weirded out about it at all. I was dead. My lips were blue. I wasn't breathing when my brother found me. All right. And then it was a day or two after that it flipped me out. So I'm looking for your answer, Stevie Ray. When did this happen for you? See, not everybody feels bad. There you go. 2 months ago it happened. Wow. Okay, so SG can relate, My cat's snoring. A lot of people just missed your comment, Stevie Ray. But I'm glad you're here. Bizzle, if you want to know some people going through some stuff, Bizzle's gone through some stuff. You see when Bizzle types something like that, Stevie Ray, he just said you're one of us, Stevie Ray. Do you know that when Bizzle typed that, he typed it with the stylus in his mouth, Stevie Ray, because he can't move and he has one arm and he's paralyzed and has been for almost 20 years. 20 years. Kindest person on the planet. There are a lot of people here that can relate to you. Brock, missed your comment. Sorry, Stevie Ray, we missed your comment. It's a rough one to go through. Everybody's doing much better. I hope everything is going much better for you. For real. We all hope that. It's all right, Stevie Ray. We're here for you. You know what? We'll look back on this a couple of years from now and say, remember that time when you first came on and you kind of got mad at everybody? Let it go, dude. We're all past it. Thank God you lived, though, man. Lisa says, my roommate has 3 stents and 2 have failed. But And his name is John. So let's pray for that dude. There are a lot of lurkers here, man. I hope you're sober, Stevie Ray. But that's what this one's about, is a sober thing. But you know what this is? It's really what's about is about connection. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of connections you have, but nobody has enough. That's a fact. All right. So what I was saying, but before I saw your comment, I didn't see it, and I swear I'm sorry. You know, this is here's the thing. Normally, all right, Stevie Ray, just so you know, normally when I do a live stream, it's just give and take back and forth. There isn't a whole lot of an agenda. It's Q&A, and we're just kind of connecting back and forth, right? And that's kind of what happens. But this Saturday and Sunday is called the Capsaicin Connection. So there's a bit of an agenda. I was going to tell you kind of a story and kind of navigate through and tie it in at the end. When there's a show like that happening, I'm not really paying quite as much attention to the comments because I have something I plan on saying. You follow me? So I think I guess I'm kind of giving an explanation of why I was a little less likely to catch your comments today. I'm sure I missed a ton of comments. You know what happens in this? Every time I do one of these shows, I'll read the comments the next day and scroll through. I miss 90% of them. I mean, 1,300 comments are going to come through in the next 45. 1,000 comments are going to come through in the next half hour. I can't get it. I can't see them all. Do you know I can't even get all the ones with Q's in them? Because when I do, I'm still missing everything else. It's a tough one. William Ferguson, Cliff Ann Ferguson, good to see you. I'm glad I found you and Tommy. Thank you. You guys, Tommy's not feeling very good right now. So keep in your thoughts and prayers. SG, heart transplant 30 years later and a heart valve replacement. Glad you're here, man. You realize how bad we need each other? Johnny Scoville's a man. Wojciech. No, I'm not. I appreciate you saying that. I am if it's a chili contest. Unless Dale Cox is sitting next to me. Laser, I bet I would not want to do your job. I'm kind of scrolling back up to see what's going on. Am I getting over a cold? I am not. Appreciate you asking that. You know what? Yesterday was kind of weird. I didn't feel very good yesterday. I've had a few days where I haven't felt really good, but I wouldn't say it was a cold. I might be wrong. Just back from Albuquerque for a wedding back here in Phoenix. Driving back through snow was weird. It's a Phoenix native. I always get nervous driving in the snow. You know what? I might be wrong. I drove from Texas, from San Antonio to here, to Tucson, it was at Christmas time, years and years ago. And it snowed. There was a blizzard. It snowed almost the entire time. I grew up on the East Coast where if it was like 6 inches of snow on the ground, they still didn't cancel school. You know what I mean? It was get up and go to school. I've never seen anything like that. So there were a lot of cars off the road. If you're not used to it, it's scary. I'm glad you did well. Heard you. Listen to this. I understand, Stevie Ray. I had a heart attack at work, and I stayed my whole shift. It was awful. Had a stent put in 2 days later. I'm glad you're okay. This is one of the best communities ever you could ever be a part of, Stevie Ray. Much love to you. There's a lot of good people here. We certainly didn't mean to make you feel slighted. The truth of the matter is, I don't recall seeing your name before, so it's really good that you found this thing, found this channel. Every one of us has said stuff before that accidentally gets missed by Johnny or others from time to time. I miss everything. Look at that, Angie Brown. I love you, dude. How are you? Good to see you. I got something in my right eye, hair or something. It's driving me crazy. Oh. Bizzle says, hey, Phil. We are the connection. Family says, Brian. Triggy, good to see you. Hello, everyone says, left eye Pat. Left eye Pat's pretty great. Bizzle, you're cool as heck alien, man. Bizzle sure is, dude. He's a freak show. I love him. Laser, I stocked up on habaneros and serranos to hold over until fresh pod season. It's a good thing. But Bizzle, you're an awesome alien. Well, you know he really is. Thanks for all the prayers for Tommy. He's not feeling very good. Jesse, anything weird happened from your from or your near death? It was very weird, Jesse. So, here's the other problem. When I answer a question, tons of stuff's gonna slide by me because I'm answering a question. I'm not staring at the chat. If I look at the chat, I'm not doing a good job answering the question. You know what I mean? So here's the deal. I'm gonna answer the question, Jesse and anybody who's asking questions, and while I'm answering this, you just might have to slide them and ask them again. And I'm sorry. If I had a program director that would snag all the good ones while I'm answering questions and then slide them in there after the question, after my answer's done, I wonder if that's even possible. That would be really cool. All right. So anyway, let me tell you what happened. It was a dehydration thing. I wasn't drinking enough water, and I'm sober. I don't drink alcohol, but I was just dehydrated bad and didn't realize it. I had just traveled from Erie, Pennsylvania, where I was already dehydrated. I was with Left Eye Pat when it was happening. Remember Left Eye Pat? Left Eye Pat's rubbing his eyes too. Right there. I was with Left Eye Pat in Erie, Pennsylvania. I think that was, yeah, it was. It was when we did the hand grenade and the tent deal. Okay. I was already dehydrated. Honestly, I wasn't drinking enough. So, and when I travel, I purposefully don't drink any liquid at all when I travel because I hate bathrooms on airplanes, and bathrooms in airports are disgusting. So I don't drink on the days of travel. So here's the problem. I'm not drinking. I'm already dehydrated in Erie. I get on an entire day of travel, two flights, a bunch of travel, and I'm not drinking anything. So I land in Tucson. Tommy picks me up at the airport, and I'm wicked dehydrated. And what happens when you get really dehydrated, I don't know if anybody's ever been dehydrated before, you get past this, the point of you don't have any awareness, okay? You're in trouble and you don't realize it. So I should be going, hey, bells should be going off, going drink water, but I'm like, I'm fine. So I didn't drink any water at all, and I was in deep trouble. And it was like 100 degrees. It was just bad. And I still say it was Tad's fault. It says like it was Tad's fault. And so I was in here in this house, and I started feeling crappy. Next, started feeling sweaty. Knew something was wrong because I was playing guitar in the living room really loud, and I was in the zone, and it sounded really good. So I knew something was wrong. Next time I stopped playing because I didn't feel good. I went into the kitchen, and next thing I know, I sat down on a chair and I flopped over, and that was it. Next thing I know, Tommy was beating the crap out of me. You ever come out of a surgery and all you have is visual? You can't really identify what it is you're seeing. You're seeing it, but you don't really know what you're seeing. Anybody know what I'm talking about? That happened to me, and I didn't know what I was seeing. But what I was seeing was a bald guy beating the brakes off me. Tommy is slapping me around, trying to get me to come around. So I'm starting to defend myself, just coming around. I realize it's my brother. And I'm like, then I realized there's something terrible had happened. And he had done CPR on me, and my lips were blue and I wasn't breathing. It was a bad deal. Very bad. I was calming. Can I tell you something? When I went off the chair, I had the greatest sense of peace. Oh my God, I can't even describe it. I can't describe it. It was peace, but 10 times greater than peace. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, so he took me to the doctor. I first jumped in the pool, and he gave me some water, and I drank the water, and then immediately barfed the water back up, and it was bad. He took me to the hospital, and I can't remember exactly what my vitals were, but I was swirling the drain. When they did my vital, they hooked on the machine. I think I was 50. I was 54 over 26 or something, or 34. I have it in a video. I can go look at the video because it was fresh in my mind then. It was unbelievable. He goes, "This isn't right. Go get a new machine." And they took the machine out and brought a new one in, and it was even worse than the first one. Then everybody got to work really quickly, and it was just dehydration. So once I was hydrated, all the symptoms I had went away. And here's the crazy thing. I'm a sober guy. This is a sober show. So when he said to me, "You're going to be here a couple of days," I said, "Really?" It was scary. The whole thing was horrible, terrible situation. And he said, "Yeah, until your vitals come back to normal, you can't go home." And my vitals came back really quick. Once I got hydrated, the vitals came back quickly. And then he comes back in and he says, "I swear it's true." He says, "Mind you, I had a lifetime of drug abuse and just living poorly." He said, the reason we're letting you go is because you bounce back like a man with half your age. Because you have great organs." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Your liver." I said, "How's my liver?" He goes, "Your liver's great." I went, "Yeah." I said, "How are my lungs?" He says, "Your lungs sounded great." I went, "Unbelievable." So anyway, then the weird stuff happened. No, right. Stevie Ray, you ignored me. We love you, dude. You're one of us now. People are giving you crap. You're good. The weird things started happening the next day. I was fine. I mean, I walked out of the hospital. Tommy's there, and then then it dawned on me. All right, like Tommy, you know what Tommy does for a living? He helps people get sober and helps people. And when someone gets sober, it's never a, "Hey, yeah, listen, can you help me?" "Oh, you did good. Yeah, I helped him." He's on the phone with people for an hour or two sometimes. I mean, it's it's heavy duty stuff. And I don't know who he was talking to that day, but if that was a different phone call, you know what I mean? Or instead of walking in the room the way he walked in, he just walked out the other way into the backyard and I'm dead, man. I'm toast. So it was a wicked close call. And the realization of that haunted me it really weirded me out for days. Like someone said, I read one of the comments, they said the reason and I really, honest to God, I had this peace. It was unbelievable. I went from peace to this dude beating the crap out of me because that's what he was doing. He was like beating me. Went from one to the other. And someone said the reason you were at peace is you were transitioning over and you were good with it. Phone calls save lives. Oh, that's funny. It was crazy. It was heavy duty though. But where it really affected me was days after. Laser Show met in person last night with Chili Chaplin and Slow Low. That's cool. Jesse O, cannabis replaced my need for human connection. Replaces my need for human connection, which I never even had. Hang on. Cannabis replaces my need for human connection, which I never had even from a young child. But you're here now. So we need this. I'm not anti-drug at all. Everybody needs to know that. I'm not an anti-drug dude. I'm anti-addiction dude. That's I don't want people to be addicted. It's a terrible way to live. You know what I mean? I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eye. It's these glasses make it look like something's coming up the driveway. I got different glasses. All right. We all need human connection. All of us do. You know what I mean? If we don't get it, we die. And another comment from Jesse. Thanks for the story. When I was brought back, I was kicking and crying for them to let me go back. It was the most peaceful place I've ever been to. Look at my earlier comments for more info. I will. I'm sorry I missed them. I have a few more I may have checked on. Hang on a minute. Dale Cox says, I don't own a cell phone or computer. This is my daughter's Chromebook. Laser Show. There was a few days in Prudhoe Bay that were minus 50. Freezing. Laser Show. I work in the oil fields of Alaska. I'm in the electrical and instrumentation department. I run tubes and attach gauges. I might be wrong. I'm sure the bit of snow I dealt with on the I-40 and through Flagstaff was nothing compared to that. Cliff Ann Ferguson, I wish my son would have had found a group like yours before he died. He was type 1 diabetic. His drug of choice was 5 or 6 Xanax, and he went to needles. He died of his infection of his aorta. Cliff Ann, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am. I can't imagine. Hope you have peace. I'm glad you're here. The funny thing is, I don't mean the funny thing, but the connection that we have right now, it fixes nothing. You know that? But it's nice to know that. Here's the neatest thing. It's one thing if you walk in a room of family members and they're there to support you. Holy crap, there's 60 people here who don't know you. That are here to support you. So I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry I didn't see your comment when it first was coming through. I want to do a 7-pot Primo Gusher as soon as I can get a pod. It's a great pepper and very hot. Here's Stevie Ray. John, I understand you have a lot of comments coming in. I'm truly sorry. Please forgive me. Stevie Ray, listen, there are things worthy of asking for forgiveness. That ain't one of them. There's Left iPad. Totally random. But how long did it take for your hair to grow back after that waxing? Asking for a friend. I don't remember. It took months, man. It took months. Months. So let me go back to. I'm going to snag some more questions here. Hang on a minute. So phone calls save lives. And Anika's mom, please, old. I graduated in 65. Did you really? Listen, you're not old. Neither am I. I feel old sometimes. Here's the thing. I played hard. I don't like internally, like I forget what I look like on the outside. I got rough miles on me. You know what I mean? Tommy Joe, a real American hero. I'm ignoring myself. Yeah, well, it wasn't your time. Nor was it yours, Bizzle. He was playing with you, dude. So, are you on the right path? It made me think. Like, I'm good. Let me tell you something. I'm square with my God. So that wasn't one of the things that weirded me out. You know what I mean? We were live with you last night, so we understand that you're addicted to your stunning good looks. Just knowing how close I was. I mean, honest to God, like I've had some close calls, but I was not breathing. You know, I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot more closer than that. I mean, I was on the other side, and he pulled me back. It wasn't like I was going to the other side. All my vitals quit. It's crazy. Justin Oliver. Hey, Johnny, if you could please answer, what are the sweetest peppers you have had? Stripey, it's a very sweet pepper. I don't think they come close to the sweet peppers you get in the grocery store. They're sweeter. Honestly, they are. But as far as stuff like exotics, yeah, Sugar Rush Stripey is pretty great. All the Ahi Fantasy, Ahi Delight, Ahi Amarillo, they're all wicked sweet and delicious. Want a bit more? Hello there. Thank you for being here. Love you, Noah. You'll find, Steve Ray, this is the nicest group of people like in the world. You know why? Because we're all jacked up and broken. Oh, my God. Chili Chaplain, I'm down there once a week. I have doctor's appointments down there if you need to reach out. Chili Chaplin's a good dude. All right, so we kind of went in a different direction, which is totally okay. But one of the things I was going to say, I would probably be just about saying it at this point in the hour, is that, the regret, like no matter who you are, no matter how you live your life, when you get to be at any age, I'm 58 years old. Sober people, drunk, addicted people, it doesn't make any difference. We all have ants. We all have ants in our lives, right? The way I lived in such a way where everything I did added to the ants. 3 decades of living like a lunatic, living like, The ants that I had, when you get sober, all that is ammunition for the ants. And ants, if you, it means automatic negative thoughts. We all have them. You know what I mean? And when when you get sober, the ants are they know your buttons and they push them, and it's really, really difficult. You know what I mean? So the regret, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. The regret's the hardest part. And forget, like you know what I'm really good at? Honestly, this is the truth. I am so good at forgiving people. I'm so good at forgiving people and stuff. I forget, and I'm being 100% honest. I forgive people whether they ask for forgiveness or not. I forgive them immediately. I never, but the reason, maybe it's not a good reason. The reason I'm too selfish. I'm not. There's no way I'm going to carry that around. Why would you forgive somebody? It isn't for them. They don't care. They do what they did. They walk on their life. They've already forgotten. You're not thinking about it every day. I wonder if he's forgiven me yet. You know, it's not for them. When I forgive somebody, it's for me. I'm too selfish to carry that around. I'm not going to do that for anybody. So I don't care who you are or what you've done to me. I don't care. Honestly, it doesn't make any difference. I don't hold grudges for anybody. For anything. There's nobody I'm mad at. I wish there was a more noble reason, you know, as to why I wasn't holding a grudge, but that's honestly the truth of it. But I'll tell you something. It's freeing. You know what? There's one of the people here. There's comments I'm missing. If you have a comment or question, try to throw a couple capital Q's in front of it, and it kind of jumps out of my attention. Otherwise, something terrible can happen. Like I can miss your comment. You know what? Quick question here, Stevie Ray. The very first thing you said, were there 3 Q's in front of it? I think not. I'm just kidding. Now we're totally busting with you now. You're one of us. Rogue. Roger Hogue says, I thought it said Rogue. Roger Hogue says, can they make a pepper or will they make a pepper hotter than the warthog? Johnny, and is it possible you might be allergic to that pod? Nope. If I'm allergic to it, ironically, everybody that I know that's eaten one, they're allergic to it too. No, it's that hot. Now, can they create one hotter? I don't know. I think they probably can. I will tell you this. I never, ever thought I'd eat one that hot. Blew my mind up. Blew me away. Never thought I'd eat a pepper that hot. It was so much hotter than any other pepper I've ever had before. So before that, I would have maybe said, nah, we've pretty much reached our limit. Now that I've eaten that, I'm thinking, yeah, man, maybe we can do it. Agape love, baby. You got that right. You got that right, man. Man, no, name one human who has never needed forgiveness. Jesus, my friend. There you have it. Renee B, I'm late. Who do I hand my tardy note to? KM will be receiving the tardy notes, and she'll let you know what the punishment's going to be. It's up to her. I have nothing to do with it. Jesse O, I'm glad you're here. You know what I mean? I really am. Thank you. So let's talk about Keith Lego. Who was watching the show last night? Yep, I'm not the judge. God is. I don't even think of it that way. I don't even think of it and maybe that's why I feel guilty about it. I don't even think of it in terms of a spiritual realm. I just think of it in the terms of, I don't want to walk around pissed off all the time. I've seen people like that. It's not going to do it. So I forgive people. I mean, I really do. I am not a grudge holding guy at all. So let me tell you what happened last night. Our boy Lego. Hang on a minute. What's good, pepper? Dip my toes in if I can handle fiery fool sauce. Eat a fresh ghost pepper is going to be a lot hotter than fiery food. Fiery fool. That's a hot sauce. It's made with Reaper, but if you eat a fresh ghost pepper, it's going to light you up more than that sauce will. Peppers are different. Trimble says, one of the best reasons to be here is that our connection allows us to share our broken pieces and feel better. You're right. Can I tell you something? I'm glad the whole thing with Stevie Ray happened because it was real. You know what I mean? And it created a little bit more connection than had I just talked about what a jackass I was for 3 decades. Can we not all agree on that? So, and it was human. It was authentic. So that's a good thing. I'm glad you were honest with us and we were honest with you. Philip says Pepper X versus Dragon Breath versus Warthog. Warthog wins. Hands down. Easily. And here's why. Dragon's Breath is a hot pepper, but it's not that hot. I've eaten a lot of them. And Pepper X, and this is merely my opinion, it's a fantasy pepper and doesn't really exist. So the Warthog is going to win every day, all day. Anyway, so yeah, and listen, I might be wrong. Here's the reason I said that. Look, like this pepper is made with smoked habanero and ghost pepper. All right, from Pex Peppers. It's a lovely sauce. If you eat this on a scale, a chili head would say this is probably a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. You eat a full ghost pepper fresh, it's a lot hotter than a 4. So eating a fresh pod is a completely different animal than sauce. I mean, and a lot of people, and that's one of the mistakes people make is they'll eat a Reaper sauce and think I'm ready to eat a Reaper. Careful, My insides are great, Cliff Ann. Windmill Willie. Ever had any sauces from volcanic peppers? Oh, man. Yeah, I have. Volcanic. Yeah, you bet. Volcanic. I've done, you know what's happening right now? Kristen Malin is looking for him. Don't put him up yet, Kristen. Let me try to remember. Something Mons. A lot of their sauces are space related, and something Mons, Olympic Mons. Kristen will pop it up there because that's who she is. That's what she does. I had Pepper Z at Oceanfront Property in Arizona. And here's the thing. We're not trying to be mean. I'm just saying it was a marketing ploy. He made a lot of money, and I don't believe it's real. Stevie Ray says, I love you all in the chat. Some of the best people. I love you all. Listen, Lego sucks. There's some good people in the chat, but Lego, no, there's some good people. I like Lego. But I'm glad you're here, dude. Seriously. Laser Show says, Stevie Ray can't grow a beard to save my life. You, my friend, have a beard to be feared. He does have a gnarly beard. Look, he has that lumberjack beard. I have that scuzzy kind of, yeah, he's got that biker, vest he's wearing. Tough looking dude. See, I just look like, I don't know what I look like. I know I scared people in the park. Tommy Bird. No, hey, dude. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Olympic Mon is the name of that hot sauce. I could be wrong. Jesse says, I've never gotten panic mode from Capsaicin. What would you suggest to start with? Are you looking at panic mode? I regularly a sauce called Pupamese Fire Doom with 8% extract, 24% Carolina Reaper. Are you looking to? It sounds to me like you're looking to catch a case of panic mode. Such a cute kitty. Just get some scary hot tincture and do a lot of it. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Double Dune rebooted from Hellfire Hot Sauce. You want panic mode? Drink some of that. That'll do it. I thought I was an idiot because I couldn't hold a grudge. I decided I was cutting them out over the phone would ring and I would forget and move forward. Yeah, I do that too. Times I've said to someone, I'm never talking to you again. Next thing, morning, Sam. Morning, Ralph. It's kind of how it is. I know what you mean, though. Wanna love. There's wanna love. Tricky says, John, is there a juicy hot pepper out there? It's sweet to taste, but hot as hell. You know what? There's some late season, at the end of the season pods. There's a lot of the orange pods and yellow pods are super hot and still and sweetness to them. Yellow super hots are often sweet. Laser show, Johnny, you look like Scott Ian from Anthrax. I know, I get that a lot. I should add that to my list of people. I have a giant list of people I look like. Olympic Mons. There we go. That is it. Olympic Mons. That one has extract in it. It's hotter than hot. Thank you for my beard, bro. I've had it really, really long. I'm just tired of having this thing, man. Yes, Brock Bailey says, for those new to the channel, have not subscribed to Johnny's brother's channel, please do. It's called The Lifeboat. And if you could also toss up my sister-in-law, that would be lovely. Throw those cues in there, people. Lego, I needed one back in the day. Where was you? 12 million tank. Panic mode. Were you in panic mode last night, Lego? Are you trying to kill him? Double doom rebooted? That's what. Hey, I think. Didn't you say you wanted panic mode? He started the thing off saying, "Hey, where can I catch me some of that panic mode?" That's what it sounded like. Here's volcanic peppers. Stevie Ray, I'm going live for the first time. Let's go, people. Well, there you have it. That was a good way. This was just his launch. This is his pre-launch party. That was clever. It was clever. You got me, Tater. You got me, Tater. Oh goodness. Jesse O says, I feel like stuff like that is much harder to come by in Finland. The Americans have good stuff everywhere. You could probably send that to Finland. We have our problems, obviously. I hope your live stream goes well there, Stevie Ray. What time are you going live? I'll have to stop by and see it. It'll be my turn. You see what I did there? Come on, that's funny. Johnny, feel any scorch when you eat pepper like jalapeno? Nah, it's like it's kind of like a pickle. I thought you were gonna cut it off, Johnny. I cut a whole bunch off. Do you see that star right there? That whole thing right there, that's beard that I cut off during a live stream. It was like that. It's that long. So I did lop a bunch of it off. Now he's tossing a love you baby at Kristen. It's a mod of mine. It's my Kristen. You bump your head or something? Definitely going to be in your live stream. There's Relatable Reese. People, please go over and check it out. She is fantastic and very funny. Uncle Frank says round 1 is pretty good. It's a very hot tincture, I think. I'll tell you what, that'll give you an endorphin dump if you're looking for one. It'll give you a panic mode, I think. New bro, right now, bro. He says, okay. Well, you know what? I'm going for another 5 minutes, so maybe I'll come over and see you. You scare people in the park? Yeah, who are these people? Maybe if you were carrying an axe or something, but you're not scared at all. You say that, Joan. Here's what happened. I lived in Reno, and what was the name of the park? I don't remember the name of the park. There's a park right next to my apartment. It was a great park, but at night it was spooky. We called it the zoo. And during the day, it was a nice place. There were people, you could walk around. People were nice, and it looked normal. It was the kind of place you could bring your family. And but in the evening, it got sketchy. And if you got there, so what I would do is one day I was walking out there in the daytime to do a video. I had a tripod, I had the camera, I had a bottle of hot sauce. So I didn't look like a sketchy. I guess it kind of looks sketchy. Anyway, this woman was walking down with her kid. She grabbed her kid and pulled her kid towards her and kind of moved by in a hurry while I walked by them. I get it. I look scary. It is what it is. I'm a nice guy, though. See that? No, I don't see anything on your page. Let's see it. He's just, you know what? I think he was just here to have some fun. Johnny, tomorrow I will show you my first art piece I bought. Isla, I want to see it. I can't wait. You know, a 3-legged dog and a tripod. One of the best tennis matches I ever played. I really, really did well. I beat a guy that was so much better than me. His dad knew my dad when they were childhood buddies. I was like beating his son. And they had a three-legged dog, a black lab. And this dog was chasing a tennis ball. And the parking lot was dirt. It was one-legged in front, two back legs, one front. And that thing would pivot. It would stop and get a ball. And the way it would pivot on one foot, funniest thing I ever saw. But that dog would fly. It was crazy how fast it was. Stevie Ray says, John, please help me. You'd like to go live? Here's the thing about going live. I get it. You want to go live. I understand. Here's what you got to do. Number one, you have to have, I think, you got to have 1,000 subscribers. Do you not? Anybody else can back that up? I don't know. I know that when I started my channel, you could go. It was different then. Back then, you could go live. I wonder if you could go live right away. No, I think you had to have 100 subscribers. I'm not quite sure. But you have to have a channel with some subscribers, and then from your page, there's a thing that says go live, little button, and you hit that and kind of follow I use StreamYard. That way I can add some cool little features. 100. You need 100 subscribers. So how many subscribers? 50 to go live, Silver Surfer says. Well, Chili Phil says 100. Air Supply, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Angel K, thank you for being here. Kristen Belinda, there's a video that Johnny made about how to start a YouTube channel. I'll post the link. Oh, you're funny. Anyone ever had the Red Label Slap Ya Mama seasoning? It's wonderful. I've not. I don't think I have. Now, at the very beginning, Gothy, good to see you. At the very beginning of the video, Philip Santo had a question, and I flagged it, but I haven't hit it yet. There's a few here, actually. Oh, back to the hair growing back, left eye pat. I would never wax my chest again. I might be wrong. Giving me flashbacks as a former employee of Community Bridges for Detox, the Banner Behavioral Health Hospital, and Banner Thunderbird in the emergency department for detox work. I'm glad you're here, though. I might be wrong. Possibly Noah Wright. You know what? It might be a good time to talk about because I do have a lot of changes going on right now. Name, I already did that. Connection. Here we go. Philip DeSanto, sauces versus direct pepper. What did your opinion? Which is the easiest to go into spice head mode? Which is the easiest to go into a spice head mode? I mean, if you're wanting to be a chili head, just jump it on peppers. If you're wanting to become a chili, is that what you mean? Just eating fresh pods is going to get there quick, but it's going to make you pay. It hurts. Tickets for Back to the Beginning concert in Birmingham, England. Damn it. I did not. Did you get your I did not get my tickets, SJ. Back to the Beginning. I love England. You know that? I'd love to go there again. Miss it. Triggy, Johnny, have you traveled all over, including America? Yeah, yeah. In fact, for the channel, the first 3 years, I just went around the world a lot. Laser show. Katy Prairie looks like my cat, Grogu, but my cat is not a Maine Coon. She's still sleeping. She's a pretty great cat. Triggy, let me tell you where I've been, and here's how it started. Very early on, some friends of mine in the Philippines said, will you come over and what they said was, we'll pay you, give you some money, fly you over, put you in the nicest hotel in Manila if you be our guest of honor at our chili festival. I'm like, excuse me? And I said to him, I don't know what you expect me to do, sing or dance. He said, are you Johnny Scoville? I said, yeah. He said, come over here and be Johnny Scoville. I said, okay. So I did. I got back, and then Then Australia said the same thing. You come here. Then New Zealand was like, you aren't going to go there and not come here. So that just started a snowball. So I went to let's see, the Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, London. I went back to the Philippines. I went to London again. I went to Belgium. I went to France. Went all over. It's been fun. It's been a good time. The funny thing is, it's all been by accident. All right. So listen, at the beginning of this video, I asked, oh, Weird Smelly Man. What a great name, dude. Weird Smelly Man. I love orange habaneros much more than red habaneros. Any moderately fruity peppers that you love. I'm a big, just like you said, I love orange habaneros. I'm a big fan. You know what? It's because it's one of the ones that's so commonly available. It's high on my list because I eat them a lot. So that's I would agree with you. I don't. I'd almost throw ghost pepper in medium. They're almost in medium heat, depending on what time of the season you're talking about them. Guys, at the very beginning of the video, and thank you so much for your super chat, Weird Smelly Man. I really appreciate it. At the beginning of this stream, I asked everybody to put their score in of where they were emotionally. Bizzle. I love Bizzle. He's my friend. Bizzle was at a -8. We had some people that were hurting. I want everybody to put their score in right now. How do you feel now? All right. We all put our score in at the beginning of this stream. How you felt. You can go back and look at it after the stream's over. How do you feel now? Do you feel better or do you feel worse? Have you gained a point or two? Because what I say is this. I'm no genius. I don't have the right words. Let's do this. Are you higher or lower? Are you increased? Do you feel better? Because that's really what we want to know. Do you feel better or do you feel worse? Because I'm not going to remember what your old score was. So just say, are you +1? Did we move the needle? I remember that Lisa was at a 1 and she's at a 2.5. I don't remember. I don't remember from memory some of these people. Some of your look at my kitty. You ready? Oh, you want to get down? Oh, here's my kitty. I think she wants to get down. Look at this little girl. She's such a cutie. There you go. Oh. All right. So, oh my God, I just made the whole thing disappear. There we go. Let me see. Sorry, I had to help my cat down. Higher for sure. I feel better, says KM. West Lifer. I just got here. I feel better. Better, said Wanna Love. People feel better, Cliff Ann. You know, everybody's feeling a little bit better. You know why that is? It's just because of connection. You know what I mean? It's just because of connection. Some people may feel a little better than others. This is my only human interaction other than my parents. Bizzle, I gotta find Bizzles because it went by too fast. I love all of you. I love Bizzle. I dive on a grenade for Bizzle. I definitely feel better. I said that about 10 minutes ago. That's why we do this. That's why we get together like this. There's beauty in our suffering. You know? You know what happens? When you think about what Bizzle's going through, we all hurt for him. I think we suck up some of his pain and pull some away from him, maybe. I love him, man. Laser Show says, I'm going to do a habanero Arizona Reaper hot sauce gusher after dinner. That's admirable. I think Katie's going to have her first videos up today. Katie Purry, the dopamine Maine Coon Cat, or the dopamine Coon Cat. She already has her channel, and I think we're going to, and when it happens, there's going to be a snowball of videos. So get ready to see a ton of kitty content. I got a great cat. I really do. She's got a great personality. Community Chili Chaplain, you're right. So everybody, you know, if you're somebody you're a good man. I'm not. I'm trying to be. I want to be. Thank you for saying that, but don't believe it. I want to be. Wanna love. I'm extremely lonely myself. Wish I had family. Here's the thing. Sometimes family sucks. You got us, and we're always going to be great. We love you. Come on. We're glad you're here. You're part of this family. What's my number, Johnny? Do you have a pen? I'm sorry. I don't give my phone number out. I'm just teasing you. There's very few people that have my phone number. I'm sorry, man. Here's why. I just get, like, if you knew how I get, every morning on my way up tomorrow morning with 25 emails from people I don't know. And I have a lot of people who I just don't give my phone number. I'm sorry, man. You can email me. Please feel free to email me. I'll email you back. It just takes me a little time because I get a lot of emails. But I promise you, if you want to email me, I'll email you back. It's Chase. What are you doing, honey? Hi, honey. What are you doing? It's chasetheheat@gmail.com. Okay. Just had a pepperoncini, one of my favorites. Angel, that's what started me on this ridiculous journey I'm on. See, Juana, we're your family. I mean it. We care. Everybody here cares, man. I mean, it's. She's asking about your number from 1 to 10. Oh, what's my number? You're so funny. I thought it was my phone number. What's my number? You know what? Here's the thing. I didn't give my number at the beginning. I didn't. I think at the beginning, here's the truth of it. I didn't talk about it. There was some stuff I was going to talk about today that I never, ever talk about. I was going to talk about depression. I never get depression, or I never talk about it. And I get depressions. I get depressed sometimes. And I don't. It's easier for me to talk about addiction. I don't know why. I've had like a dozen concussions, like diagnosed from a doctor, and I've got probably a half a dozen where I there's no point in going to a doctor. So I've had just a lot of concussions, and I'm scared to death of it because I know that can contribute to, CRT can contribute to depression and Alzheimer's and everything else. So that's exactly my number. So I don't, but sometimes I get depressed, and when it happens, I wonder if that's the reason. You know what I mean? Because I don't really, we all have crap on our plate. I don't have anything more on my plate than anybody else, and that bothers me. It's like if I'm bothered, if I'm troubled by stuff, and like I know what it is. Like when my dad died. Well, no kidding, I'm going to be broken. My dad died. But when I'm depressed and I can't put my finger on it, I hate that. And I think that's why I don't know, there's some sort of shame. And I don't know, there shouldn't be. I'm not sure if that's the emotion, but there's some reason that I don't talk about it. So, you know what we're going to do? How about tomorrow we talk about that? Because we do it Saturday and Sunday. Do you think that would be a benefit if we talked about that tomorrow? Give me your thoughts. Hi, Bard. What? Did you guys hear that? What? What did you say? That's what I thought you said. Say it one more time. Just want to make sure I'm right. Can you say that one more time? Huh? Oh, come here, honey. Oh, did you hear her talk? She just talked to me. Look how cute she is. So you say yes. Yes. I feel better. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Hi, Laura May. Joe Mama, we're going to talk about it. All right. Okay, so we'll talk about that because you know what? I can't be the only one that's going through. You know what? You hear this? She tells me when she's going to use the potty. And it's not a meow. It's a little trill. It's the cutest little thing. Angel, we'll talk about that tomorrow. It's a deal. Hey, thank you all for being here. I love you guys. I got to go. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.